Are we live? Did I do it right? Do we have audio? Good morning, guys. It's been kind of a unique morning. I hope I just got my my microphone working. Is audio good? Still not live? I'm live. Good morning, Paul, Dave, Charles. I have audio. Cool. Good morning, YouTubers. How we doing this morning? Oh, hopefully the phone calls will end today. I have been just bombarded with all kinds of phone calls from medical to political. And it's been crazy. It's done. It's over. Thank goodness. Now we can continue on. Let the nice people be nice. Okay, today we got a couple things I want to cover. One is, one of my favorite modules is the double drop, or I call it a double drop. What it is, it's a double wide module that has a 1-inch drop. And one of the biggest reasons I set that up is so you can use the pink foam like from Home Depot. The Pink Panther, you can just see his eyes here. He's just looking at us. But it gives you a lot of ways to work. You can go down and up and everything else. We've discussed this before in the past. And then another new adventure, hex track. This is good stuff. And we'll get into that here in a minute. The biggest thing though is 3D printing. What part can 3D printing play in building T-track modules? And the technology has come so far, especially with the newer printers. The detail. Let me switch cameras here. The detail on these models is just phenomenal. And the nice thing with, if you think about it, you have a minimum 4-foot rule. So if you took your 3D model and put it 4 feet away from you, how does it look? And I can say with these, it's not even that. You could do a 2-foot rule. But these prints have just turned out phenomenal. Let's do a top zoom. I don't know how well you can see that. That would be a retaining wall. What I like to do is make a port on this. I'm not going to get totally into it, but give you some ideas on what you can do with these. And what I want to do is create an intermodal spot, and this would be a small ship, not a large ship. This is a smaller container. It'd be more like, I guess you'd say, for local or up rivers or any of those. Now this kit, let's see if I can find it here. You can find on Thingiverse, and it's the complete dock kit. So you have your crane, your ship, it even has containers. And on this ship, what I've done is created a false top. That way it doesn't take up so much of your containers, or you don't have to utilize all your containers. You can use these, and the tops look phenomenal. It looks literally like 3 containers sitting side by side. So when added, you already have a load. And apparently I dropped it this morning and lost part of the smokestack, but you'll get the gist of it. And there's our container ship. I hope we don't go back to call warranties. I haven't had those for a long time. So real quick, what I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out roughly where I want this to sit on my module. And I want about a 1/2 inch up to the back. This way, this can all be water. And I'm just going to roughly mark it with my Sharpie here. Let's move some of these things aside. Love this cutout track idea. So what I'm going to do to get a straight line on this foam is just literally flip one module over and use it as a straight edge. Let's see, maybe I should turn it around so you guys can see. And I'm just gonna mark my line. And again, this is for ideas. Give you guys some good ideas. And this is what I use to cut my foam and see how well it works today. Oh, I like this knife. And always cut towards yourself. Don't. So I'm going to make a couple scores. There we go. And now I'm going to snap this score. Whoop. Just like that. Nice clean edge. Actually, a really nice clean edge. This I'll save for later because I'm going to use part of it for the front. I'm going to flip the module back. So now you can see the back side of the module. And this would be the port side. And now with this 3D printed ship, we can set her right there as she's getting ready to get loaded. And the cool part are the walls. I forget what they call them. I think they're like pylon walls, if I'm correct. And they're exactly 1 inch, so they match right up to the foam. So it gives you a really nice port seam. And this is all 3D printed. And would you believe it? It's almost the full length of three of these pieces are the full length of the module. I do have the crane, and it's just finished printing a little bit ago. I did have one failed piece, but the nice thing is I can just reprint that. It happens. But yeah, down below, I put a link to the Thingiverse file. My camera view isn't changing. Let's just go to main. There we go. Is it working, Paul? See, I need a cameraman. But hopefully this gives you a good idea of something that you can do. And then this on top can be my intermodal yard. So I'll have the actual ship, intermodal yard, and then the main lines out front. I love this module. I think there's so many things you can do with it. You don't have to do rivers or a lake or anything. You can do a pond or a creek or anything your imagination or anywhere your imagination can take you. I think it's awesome. Did it change? It changed. Well, we're on episode 8. Oh, yeah, 8. I'm happy with myself. I hope you guys are enjoying this. Now, let's talk about these guys. It's a hex module. The idea is actually out of the UK. I talked to them. The guys seemed really nice. Some of their stipulations I didn't agree with, but it is what it is, and everybody has their own opinion. But I will be bringing these to the store, hopefully today, tomorrow. We're going to start off with the basic, which will be these, the basic hex. And then I also have, and I didn't bring it with me, are the edges, which are really cool, so you can square it off. But it's made so you can put your curve on or a straight, then you hook them all up. It's kind of, I forgot the name of the game. But they use tiles like this. It's pretty interesting on how it works. I will be designing and making a second level. This way you can add bridges and some really cool stuff. I love the idea. It's fun and simple. It goes right along with the minis. The only downfall is between the mini and the hexagon is the height. Maybe we can come up with something to compensate for the height. But I'm really liking this idea. It adds another way to railroad. So if you don't want to go small, let's call this a medium module. And they're easy to put your track on and then just pack them away or put them in a box. They're great if you have grandkids. You can have a lot of fun. But those will be on my site, hopefully, like I said, today or tomorrow, within the next day or so. Godzilla attacking it. That works. I've seen some really cool modules with Godzilla. Though I can't wait for them either. It's really cool. I had the only thing for me is I have so many irons in the fire. It's becoming a little bit of a challenge, but I love the challenge. It's really cool. The neatest thing though is being able to combine my CNC laser, my 3D printing, and CAD. I don't have anything here I did in CAD, not on the desk. But the technology has gone so far. A lot of guys call the 3D printers a toy. I call it a tool. It's a tool for me due to the fact that the feet on the modules are all 3D printed. So that's printing out parts that I need for my kits. So to me, it is a tool. It's a really nice tool. Oh, cool. Yeah. I do need a part-time. Actually, I have 2 kids. I need to get them a little more involved. My daughter's great at doing this stuff. She does like to get involved. My son, on the other hand, he's still into Five Nights at Freddy's. So it's all good. It is all good. Let's see, how long have we been on here? 28 minutes. We're doing great. Dave says, let's see. This is a double. Here, I'll show you the difference. We're actually down in my dungeon. When I get it all situated, I'll show you guys some more of it. Okay, what we have on the table is a double. So you can imagine that a single is half of that. And then this is one of the triples. I don't have room on the table for it, but it gives you an idea of size. And there's so much you can do on this. Now I do have, on the website, they're 14-inch depths. But I have just finished doing a 17-inch deep triple. so it even gives you more space. We've kind of gone away from the standards in some ways, not in all ways, but in some I noticed. One is the depth of the module. Originally, the standards were a 14-inch curve, and now we're up to 19-inch. But those you'll see more at the shows are the larger curves. This way you can run longer and bigger trains smoother. With my layout and the standard corners, I personally have not had any issues in my inside or outside corners with the trains that I run. I have a BNSF, it's a 6-axle, and it handles it just fine. Let's see. One of these days I'll be able to get the messages to flash up on the screen. I need to move my monitors closer so I can see because they're off in the distance. Now, there's a few good videos. Jimmy just came out with another good video. He started using his layout, and he actually ran a session on it, which was really neat to see. A lot of people say it's just for running circles. It's not. You can create a whole kingdom, a whole layout, and put your industries in. As I'm doing with this, I'll have another intermodal someplace out on the layout to drop off the containers or pick them up. Either way, I guess you want to look at it. So there's a lot you can do with this. Oh, Charles, you're waiting on your big boy. That's a cool. Oh, is it DCC or DC? But that is a cool engine. I love that engine. Oh, hey, welcome, Dave. DCC is the way to go. For a change, I actually made it on time this morning, unlike last week. Now, Charles, okay, so your big boy, it also includes smoke. That's N-scale? And who made it? Is that the Kato? Dave, pretty much what I was talking about was 3D printing, my double drop, being able to incorporate our tools, be it laser, 3D printing, CNC routing, into model train. Yeah, let me see if I can find. And this is the I want to call it a kit. It's you download the files and 3D print them. This is the port, and it's pretty much everything you see there. The ship, the crane. You get boxes. You can print out your boxes. This is all done on FDM that I did. And none of this is resin, believe it or not. And the details are just phenomenal. And I noticed that too with this was printed on my Bamboo and also my Creality, my K1 Max. One thing I have noticed, especially lately, is update your Kira. If you're running like an Ender or another printer, my son has an Ender 3, and he's been nonstop printing. As a matter of fact, it's the first morning nothing's going. But whatever they did in the recent update, the prints are just turning out beautiful with very few flaws. And the only flaws is caused by us. Okay. The wiggle room. Okay. Tolerances. The one thing with the laser, like all my modules, by the time you're done, you should have a 1 millimeter gap on the edges for a total of 2 millimeters. So you can use spacers. I do not have them because the 2 millimeter stuff is hard for me to get for some reason. Don't know why. But you can add spacers, glue them together, or any of that, which is really cool. And the tolerance on this right now, I think it looks like a 0.5 millimeter, if I remember right, because I went 1 millimeter total on across. But I'm going to go ahead and do 2 millimeter, which will make a 1 millimeter on each side. This way, when you glue these on like I did here, I'm off just a little bit. It's kind of hard to see. Let's go to Cameo. So you can see the overhang. On one side, it's like 1.5 millimeters or 1 millimeter, and over here it's completely flush. Now this will still work and it'll still snap together. Let's see if you can see better on that side. There you go. But I'd still like to have a little tolerance just in case you glue one of these down off just a little bit. But it still works. So once these are up on the site, I'll have all the wiggle room worked out and ready to go. We're going to start with the hexagons and the edges, and then we'll progress as time goes on. Hopefully like a new module each week. Did we do good? I think we did good. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. I could use it. Hopefully these are getting better as we go on with this. Soon I'll start getting some videos out. That's scary, I know. I'm just so glad that we started on time today. Everything's working. It worked out great. I got some great friends. Thank you. Thank you for showing up. Check out the links down below. Matter of fact, tonight, Dave Gatton will be on live. I do believe I have a link to his, I know I have a link. I have a link to his channel down below. Jimmy with DIY and Digital. Some other good guys are down below. Saturday, Ryan Ballard Designs. He puts on a live every Saturday night. It's 8 o'clock. I say 7:55 Central, which is the right time. Sorry, Paul. Dave hosts that show, and I'm lucky enough to be a guest on it. It's a kick in the pants. I really enjoy it. We kind of make things up as we go, but that's the name of the show. But it's just about anything with CNC, be it CNC lasers, printers, and the bamboo and our goodies here, and routers, and anything else within that realm. So Saturday, come join us. I'll be on there with a couple of good friends, Paul, and Ryan. And I think we are good for the day. Any questions before I call it quits for the evening, or the morning? Looks like we're doing good. So guys, keep an eye out. I'll have these up on in the storefront here shortly. My triples, I think I have enough material for 2. We've had some bad weather, and it's hard for me to go out and get the wood, especially when it's raining. I don't like cutting the wood when it's really humid out because it wants to do some crazy stuff. It's all good. It still works fine, but it's kind of unique to work with. So I'll have some more goodies coming up shortly. And let's see, that's it? Guys, you have a wonderful day. Go check out the links down below. Hopefully see you Saturday. Check out Dave's show tonight. And let's see if I can figure my goodness out here. We're 25 minutes. Guys, enjoy your day. Have some good coffee. And take care. Peace.